Young people, we need the six packs. We need the six packs now. We need the tall and handsome. We need him to have money in his pocket. We are going to chop love. Oh. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you can tell, I am really excited today. I have my baby girl, my friend, my sister, my mom. I don't even know the words to use. She has been a great support system for me here in Qatar, and I cannot think of any better person to have today's discussion with than her. Thank you so much, ma, for being here. Please introduce yourself to them. They need to know you. They need to meet my baby girl.
Thank you, my baby girl, Tammy. It's really a pleasure to be here today and be part of this recording. My name is Id Placid. I've known Tammy, she's more or less a sister to me, and it's really a great pleasure to be part of this YouTube recording today. And I just hope that you guys will listen in and benefit one way or the other from our discussion today. It's going to be healthy.
Yes, you guys are in for a great time. If you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. On this channel, we talk about life issues. I share my life in Qatar and other things. Please hit the subscribe button. So let's get into it. Today we're talking about how to sustain a home, or how to build a home. What would you define a home as? What would you say a home is?
For me, a home really is a warm place. Not just a house, not just a building. A home should be filled with warmth, with love. A home comprises of a partner in it as well. And with the partner in it, there's so much energy positively that is generated between you. With that comes along children, and that's a place to always come back and get your peace, get your happiness, get your joy. So a home is not just about the building itself or the enclosure where you find yourself.
A place where someone feels a lot of support.
Yeah, you feel a lot of support, and you feel that whatever it is that weighs you down, when you get into that home, you get some upliftment.
Because if we look at it today in this world, homes are breaking apart like biscuits. Homes are tearing apart. Why do you think that a lot of homes are breaking today? Why do you think that people cannot keep that unit together?
Good question. Truly many homes are breaking, and it's sad what the world has turned into, and where we can't have solid homes where you can always look back to and say, look, I can learn something from this home, I can learn something from this family. So saying, most homes for me did not start on a good foundation. If you need to build a solid house, a house that would not crumble tomorrow, on a layman's terms, architecturally, you need to have a good solid foundation. Now, for our good solid foundation should be built on Christ first. Okay, we should be built on God, And when you don't have that solid foundation, it's going to be shaky. It's definitely going to be shaky. And once a home begins to have cracks on the walls, definitely it's bound to either collapse or give way someday. So there's a lot, in building a home. And that's why many homes break today, because they lack the real thing which the home should have been started on. You don't have to allow things that really don't matter in building a home to play in trying to build a home. Because when people look at many other things that shouldn't matter, like looking at somebody physically and saying, oh, he's cute, she's cute, physical appearance, or the fact that what the person has brought to the table in terms of wealth, or all those things really don't matter at the end of the day. And that's why our young people are running into relationships that without thinking twice, and unfortunately you see a couple in a week, a month, 6 months down the lane, it's all gone.
Okay, ma, I picked something from what you actually said when you said people are looking at the physical. Young people, we need the six packs. We need the six packs now. We need the tall and handsome. We need him to have money in his pocket. We are going to chop love. Where is love going to help? These are things that young people are looking for. So when you say that people should not be so drawn to the physical and the and then the wealth. What exactly should they be looking out for?
True. But where does it take you to? How far does it take you? That's the question. You know, when you look at all those physical appearances, where does it end? You know, it just ends where it started. You know, because for me, at the end of the day, what you need is right here. You need to look deep into what the person has right here. Okay? Because that's the one that takes you to the end. You know, not just from at the beginning, it takes you to the end. It's a whole run, you know. And so for me, at the end of the day, the person should come with good morals. Good morals. And the person should come with a good background, okay? Trust God, love God, you know, learn to understand what is needed in building a relationship. Learn to be listening, you know, honor you, respect you. Not do the things that every other person is doing in the world. Yes, it's good to be good looking, don't get me wrong. It's good to meet somebody who is taller than you, somebody is beautiful. Yeah, for me, those are mundane things, if you ask me. They don't bring anything to the table at the end of the day, because those are the same things that tomorrow will probably break the relationship, you know. So looking at it in a deep sense of it, look out for the things that will sustain your home, you know. Is this person coming from a good home? Does he have good morals, good upbringing? Does he have the fear and love of Christ in them? You know, all those things will help you stay in a relationship and build a good relationship with somebody, because when you go beyond the physical and the, you know, appearance and everything, then you're sure to make it to the end together.
Okay. So some people have said, there have been stories of where ladies have said, oh, I met this brother from church. He was God-fearing. He had everything. In fact, he was the one. I felt it in my spirit. And then there are also cases where people have been in relationships for maybe as long as 14 years or more. And to them, they feel like, I know this person and I can build a home with this person. But then it gets into marriage. You find out that 2 months, 8 months down the line, they just know that they've made a mistake of their life. They cannot stay with this person. What do you think causes this kind of things?
To be honest, you didn't know the person enough.
Sure.
That's just the bottom line. You really didn't know the person enough. Being that he's a church member of yours, he sings in the choir, he's an usher, you know his parents well, doesn't mean you know him or her. You really don't know the person enough. You know, yes, you may not know the person 100% before you get into a relationship, but you know, you need to look out for the key valuable things in a relationship. That is the only thing that will sustain that home. Yes, everybody's going to come in with flaws. How can you overcome these flaws? How can you look past your flaws, your partner's flaws? You know, that's another thing. So we're all going to come up with our own baggages, which you don't know. Many a times in courtship as well, you don't seem to know many of these things. You don't see them, they don't play out, you know. But in the course of being now together, where you have to live under the same roof, all these things come to play. And then, yeah, those are the things that actually come, you know, into, I mean, become the negative. Yeah, exactly, that you just, oh, I knew this person. And one thing I always want to advise people is that you can't change a man.
You are not the Holy Spirit.
Exactly, you can't change a man. Okay? So don't come into a relationship saying, okay, yeah, I'll be able to change that, I'll manage that, I'll change it once we get married. You can't change a man. He can only change himself when he wants to.
I also think that there's something about intuition. Before you go into a relationship with someone, even if it's a partner that you want to spend your life with, or a friend, or somebody, there's an energy you feel around people.
Absolutely.
And they're just like what you were saying, that when people say, oh, it doesn't matter, this person has this behavior, I'll change the person. I think that there are signs that we see.
Oh, yeah.
But instead of looking deep into them, you're like, okay, he's not that bad, he has this and this. Maybe when you for instance, maybe you have a relationship with your boyfriend and he's using abusive words on you. But be like, okay, doesn't mean anything. It depends on the context of the abusive words. Some people use abusive words as a joke, but it depends on the context. Maybe you've had something serious and he uses abusive words on you, and you're just like, oh, he didn't really mean it. By the time maybe you're in that relationship deeply, you now find out that the abusive words have turned to beating, violence, and things like that. I think that's what a lot of people ignore.
Yeah. To be honest, never ignore those red flags, because I call them red flags. Sure. Never ignore the red flags, you know, because they will come to haunt you tomorrow. Honestly, they really will come haunting you. when you see those red flags, pause a bit, take a break, breathe, give yourself some time, you know, and then appraise the months or the years you've been together, courting or something, you know, and then ask yourself, really, how many times have I seen these red flags? You know, is it something I can live with? You can't stay in an abusive relationship, you know, and I mean, you talked about, because when it comes to the point of being physical, it's a no-no for me. It's really a no-no. And in terms of being verbal as well, verbally abusive, it's not part of it for me. It's not the game plan for me at all. You know, whether it's a
break you,
absolutely, it breaks you emotionally. You know, you come withdrawn. You can't speak up. I mean, it's tormenting mentally. You know, you don't do that to people. You don't abuse people mentally, physically, emotionally, in any way you can. You know, it's absolutely wrong. So, I mean, men, women, don't. I mean, it applies to both. Because being abusive is not just on one side for the man or the woman. It's both ways. Women can be very abusive as well. My apologies, but that's the honest truth.
Like when they say woman has sharp mouth.
Exactly. You know, your thumb. Oh my God. It can be as sharp as a two-edged sword, piercing through the heart. So I mean, we need to always learn to be cautious with what we say. Make our words seasoned with salt. You know, let it be sweet so that, and it's pleasant to the ear. And in that way, you find out that it's easy to accommodate each other in a relationship, but never stay in an abusive relationship.
Never. It's not what.
It's not.
So we've talked about a home, relationship, and all. Now, I would just like us to look at how do we truly maintain this home. You are one person I know that has been doing a fantastic job. I've learned so much from you, and like, how do we truly maintain a home? What does it take? What are the things that we need to do, the ABCs of maintaining a home? What are they? In your own experience and your opinion.
Wow, that's a lot for me. It's deep a bit because for me, I'm a widow. I started my home with my husband many years back before I lost him, and it was beautiful. You know, we had a good relationship. But sadly, 8 years down the line, the Lord called him home. And so we have accepted it the way it has been. And from there, I had to fit into that shoes of being a father and a mother figure. I have 4 kids, you know. It's been really beautiful bringing up these 4 kids, as much as it's been such a load on my shoulders, you know, to carry it on. But one thing I've always told myself is, I know God has my back, and I'm going to be a lion, not just a lioness. And I think that has really, really given me the nudge to go on. Yeah, there are days I have my downsides, and there are days I really don't trust myself that much. You know, how much my strength can take me mentally, even physically, to keep going and pushing it. But honestly, I have done it only by the grace of God. The children have been part of this home. People say I've done a fantastic job.
You have, in my opinion, you have. You have.
I don't know, but
you have. I'm a witness, I can say that. You have.
At the end of the day, to be honest, I think I give God the glory. And I want to thank even friends and family, friends that are now part of me. You know, our brothers and sisters. I just can't thank them enough. But you see, the real thing there is that I did not miss the essence. You know, I didn't miss the essence in that my home was already originally built on the foundation of God. And so I had to continue that. If I lost it, I had totally lost my footing in the family. So as such, I kept on bringing up the children in that path, nurturing them in that path, making them understand that, you know, it's only in Christ alone we can stand. He's the all. He's our sustenance. He's our foundation, and with him we can do wonders. We can do what people don't even imagine. And really, we have come that far. And then, at the end of the day, teach them the morals, the values. You know, all those things will help them in their growth, which it has right now. And that way, you build a good home, a home where there's so much love, there's warmth. You may not have enough to eat. You may not have the things of the world. You may not have
the support that you get.
But the support you get is overwhelming. It's so much. you know, and you feel good. You feel you have $1 million in your bank account. Honestly, that has sustained myself and my children all these years. And I make sure I ground them in the morals in which a home where you have a father and mother would actually want to ground their children in. I make them understand the reality of life. I tell them the truth about life. Even when they were quite young, honestly, you can have good conversations with children, you know, because you don't need to hide the truth from them.
So we shouldn't look at kids as they would not understand.
Do not look at kids. Absolutely. Don't look at kids as if they would never understand. No. I don't look at my kids that way. I talk to my kids like they're my brothers and my sisters. We reason together almost at the same level. So that way I have groomed them to understand that, look, they can talk to me, we can rub minds, and they can share whatever it is
so
they have to share
communication.
With me. It's key.
Whether it's your kid or
your spouse. Communication is key. You know, and so I've grounded them in that. I've molded them as much as I've been able to do. I wouldn't say I'm a perfect mother, you know, but I've tried to make them see, you know, the benefits and importance of, one, being grounded in God. Hold on to God. Trust Him. Trust Him all the time. He would never leave you nor forsake you. That He has always promised. You know, so that has helped me build my home. And you need to ground your children. Ground your children from the beginning. And start with the solid foundation. Be firm when you have to be firm. Otherwise, children will take advantage of you. You know, they know your weaknesses. But you have to be firm. Don't look back. When you have to say no, stick to your no. Don't say no, then, oh, feel sorry, and then go back and say, okay, go do it. Then they have caught you there. They got you.
Guys, are you guys really what I'm feeling? Is this knowledge entering you people like it's entering me? Guys, you've heard it. We cannot make this video any longer. We'll keep going and going and going. I mean, look at the wisdom. Look at. Thank you very much, ma. It's been
my pleasure.
Amazing. I have 8,001 questions, and I think that if we
try a part 2.
we need part 2, part 3, part. I think we need a lot of parts because the wisdom is just amazing. Guys, personally, I have learned so much from this lady here. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, ma, for sharing today your experience, your life, you know, for just blessing us with your wisdom. I'm beyond blessed to have you here. Thank you so much. I hope that we'll do this again.
Thank you.
As soon as possible. I mean, like Oliver Twist, I just want to come back and let's do it again. So thank you so much. God bless you. And thank you for being here. Thank you everyone for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I don't know what you're waiting for.
Click the subscription button.
Just, you know, hit it, smash it, destroy it, click it, and please share with your friends. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.